This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. May the 22nd, and some rain dotting John's map right now. Let's get details from meteorologist John Scalzi. Hey, John.
All right, yeah, a few showers around. We're glad to see that. Nothing really heavy. Not seeing any lightning pops, so that's good news. But some of the roadways could be a little bit slippery from about Venice southward. We're seeing some light rain falling also inland along the Hardy-DeSoto border. Also, just out in Gulf waters, moving northward towards St. Petersburg are some heavier showers. So if you're traveling over the Skyway on the other end, you could see some stronger storms, some heavier storms. Nothing severe, but there could be some scattered showers as well from about northern Longboat Key on up through Anna Maria. Otherwise, all that comes to an end. We're left with a mix of sun and clouds and a daytime high held down just a little by that cloud cover, coming in at around 87 probably for a daytime high, 89 somewhere in there. A mix of sun and clouds. We'll have a good rain chance coming up this week and the potential for some severe weather as well. We'll talk about that in a few.
Ooh, Memorial Day weekend, not great timing. Talk to you soon, John, about that. Manatee County showing some slowdowns as usual on State Road 70, this time just west of 301, farther south now into Sarasota County. Nothing much to speak of course. A big issue right now is up at Lakewood Ranch. The diverging diamond is now open. There's a live picture of one car going through, but this is a big change in the traffic pattern. We'll have a live report in a matter of seconds here on ABC 7. Back to our maps now in South County. We'll check down there and see nothing too much to speak of at 6:02 on this Monday morning.
Our top story this Monday: after almost 2 years after the start of construction for the Diverging Diamond project, drivers can now make their way through that interchange.
That new pattern is now in effect. It's the only one in the state and the largest one in the nation. Erica Jackson live out there for an update on the Diverging Diamond. Erica, take it away.
Good morning. Right now, traffic is flowing smoothly. I do see an increase of cars compared to 1 hour ago when I spoke to you at 5 a.m. But right now, it's good to hear that things are running smoothly since this area sees an average of 73,000 cars per day right in this intersection of University Parkway and I-75. The Florida Department of Transportation faced some challenges with this project. Some states allowed the complete shutdown during construction for a diverging diamond, but FDOT knew that that was not an option since this area sees so much traffic, those 73,000 cars that go through the area daily. But officials with FDOT say the interchange can withstand the heavy traffic and the growth on the Suncoast.
Our projections were for more volume. You know, we look out to the 2040 plan, and that's what our projections are based on, is how much traffic is going to increase, what needs need to be met right now, and this was the best option.
Coming up at 6:30, we'll hear from some drivers, and we'll find out if they think that the effects of this Diverging Diamond interchange will last over the next couple years. Ray, Jacqueline?
Thank you, Eric. I think folks will get used to it after a while.
Yeah, I think it might take a little bit of time of driving through there and experiencing it, but hopefully it'll be, a great thing for the Suncoast here in the future.
$74 million project now completed. Yep.
Well, in political news this morning, President Trump has arrived in the Middle East in his first overseas trip since taking office.
It's indeed a whirlwind trip. Saudi Arabia, and now he has touched down this hour in Israel. Rick Damangela has the latest.
I stand before you as a representative of the American people to deliver a message of friendship and hope and love.
In his first overseas speech, President Trump addressed leaders of more than 50 countries Sunday during a summit in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Trump's speech aimed to unite nations who shared the same goal in, quote, stamping out extremism.
This is not a battle between different faiths, different sects, or different civilizations. This is a battle between barbaric criminals who seek to obliterate human life and decent people, all in the name of religion.
Trump called on predominantly Muslim countries to share the burden in confronting terrorist groups and urged leaders to drive them out.
Drive them out. Drive them out of your places of worship. Drive them out of your communities.
The tone of Trump's speech marked a departure from rhetoric he used on the campaign trail, which many say set a negative tone for relations in the Middle East.
Last night you told CNN, quote, Islam hates us. Did you mean all 1.6 billion Muslims?
I mean a lot of them. I mean a lot of them.
And more importantly, Trump signed a pair of sweeping executive orders intended to restrict travel from several Muslim-majority countries. The bans were challenged by the courts. The status of the latest ban is still pending. I'm Rick Damigella reporting.
President Trump said on Twitter he enjoyed his time in Saudi Arabia and looks forward to his next stop. He arrived in Israel about an hour ago.
And while in Saudi Arabia, First Lady Melania Trump paid a visit to an all-female business. The First Lady stopped by General Electric's Business Process Service Center on Sunday. She was seen wearing a long olive-colored dress but no headscarf. She spoke to female employees who in most cases were wearing abayas, a traditional robe that Saudi women are required to use in public. They talked about the center, work-life balance, and Mrs. Trump's love of children. She later tweeted that she was honored to be there and that great strides are being made towards women's empowerment.
Happening today, the U.S. is honoring its commercial sailors nationwide. May 22nd has been National Maritime Day since 1933. In a proclamation released on Sunday, President Trump said the U.S. is destined to be a maritime nation. He said that merchant marines have been playing a key role in the nation's security and prosperity for decades. He said the maritime industry has helped export more than $475 billion worth of goods last year alone. May 22nd was chosen to mark it because this is the day of the first transatlantic crossing by a steamship, the SS Savannah, back in 1819.
A group of Notre Dame graduates are stirring up some controversy overnight after walking out of their graduation ceremony on Sunday. This all in protest of Vice President Mike Pence and his policies. Pence was delivering the commencement speech after receiving an honorary degree from the Catholic University located in his home state of Indiana. Videos showed some students standing as Pence took the podium, then walking out of the ceremony and gathering outside Notre Dame Stadium, where they held a short alternative graduation ceremony. The university said that over 100 students participated in that walkout.
International news, North Korea says it tested a military medium to long-range ballistic missile on Sunday. Kim Jong-un ordered the launch and watched from an observation tower. South Korea confirmed the missile flew eastward about 300 miles.
Back here in the U.S., 8 people are recovering after suffering from injuries this morning after a plane collides with a truck in Los Angeles. The Aeromexico flight struck the utility truck after landing at L.A. International on Saturday afternoon. Firefighters say all 8 victims were on the truck. Their injuries are not life-threatening. There were also 146 people on the plane, but they are all okay. The collision left the truck overturned near a taxiway, but there was no fire or spilled fuel.
A new roller coaster at Six Flags of Texas got off to a bad start over the weekend. The coaster stopped in the middle of the ride just after midnight on Saturday. 8 passengers stranded more than 3 hours in the pitch dark before firefighters rescued them. It's called the Joker. That certainly was. Six Flags says it will reopen the coaster after a thorough safety inspection. They blame it, though, on the severe headwinds. That's a first. The headwinds caused the coaster to jam.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that one either. The thunderstorms were in the vicinity of that roller coaster too, so there's nothing quite so nice as being stuck on a metal structure high in the air
at midnight.
At midnight during thunderstorms. That's
not a place I want to be.
Oof, good times.
You know, speaking of thunderstorms, we have a chance this week of seeing some severe weather across the Suncoast. We'll talk about that in just a minute.
Also, wicked weather continues to flood the southeast as well.
We'll show you how one man used a surfboard to rescue his trapped relatives. Stay with us, that's coming up.
Our dad is an incredible man, a great father, and a hero who served his country well. He worked hard to take care of us. Now we take care of Dad with the help of Granny Nannies.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
You
love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99. And it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Come on in, welcome to our pad. Trust me, folks, you're in for a ride. I'm driving, so relax. Unwind, leave your buckets all behind. Get ready to blow your mind. In Batesville, don't be shy. Come and make the scene. Catch the crazy party inside. The hipsters here are gone. And dig, man, they're on to something big. Yeah, they're gonna flip your wig in Batesville. Catch the gig in Batesville.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, so lots to talk about this morning. Let's get right to it. First of all, we'll start with the temperatures, which are elevated just a little bit thanks to the dew point value coming in at 68, upper 60s. We have a little bit of cloud cover around, which is also helping to keep our temperatures just a little bit warmer. That same cloud cover will help to keep our daytime high temperatures a little cooler, but in the morning hours it tends to keep things a little bit warmer. Calm winds right now. They'll be shifting to the southwest today. That southwest wind will also tend to moderate our temperatures just a little bit as we head into the afternoon. 73 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, 74 in Myakka, same thing in Parrish and Lakewood Ranch. Bradenton up a degree this hour at 75, 73 Sarasota, 75 in Venice, Inglewood, 76 Longboat Key. Northport, you've got 75 degrees this morning. And Punta Gorda coming in at 73, Arcadia at 73 as well. Lots of thunderstorm activity in parts of Texas, even on up into Oklahoma and then back toward the Louisiana Delta region. These are big storms. These are storms that are going to produce some flooding, rainfall, the potential for some small tornadoes as well as lots of hail as well. All of that severe weather outbreak back there sending clouds shooting high up into the atmosphere. And then winds traveling right across the Gulf waters, taking some of that cloud cover and kind of smearing them back across Florida. Now, this frontal boundary producing all of this needed rainfall for parts of Texas and Louisiana will not move very far. Its main effect on our weather is going to be to take that high pressure ridge, which has provided us with beautiful sunny weather but very warm temperatures all last week and through some of the weekend, and push it further to the south. That brings us a southwest wind. The second frontal boundary is the interesting one. That's still in the formation stages back to the west. That one will be dropping southward, and eventually it will team up with the stalled front to our north and push through Florida as we head into Wednesday. When that happens, we could see a bout of severe weather. Severe Storm Prediction Center right now does indeed talk about the possibility Wednesday into Thursday of some stronger storms, mostly in the second half of the day, Wednesday into Wednesday night. So more clouds around today. We'll watch that humid southwest flow continue right straight through today and probably most of tomorrow. And afternoon storms, because of that southwest wind, will focus most of their activity into inland areas. So the storm motion will be slightly different today and tomorrow than we've seen over the weekend. Over the weekend, we've seen some very heavy rainfall along our coastline. And in fact, even during the overnight, we saw some showers move toward the coast and then kind of be pushed a little bit further to the north in the last few hours of our activity here because of general winds that have been more southeasterly. Now, what we will see over the next couple of days is an opposite motion of direction of these storms. They will build in inland areas and then be pushed further inland. Right now, we've got a few scattered showers in inland areas, a few near the coast. All of this gradually lifting northward and kind of dying out as it does so. The heaviest rains right now lifting northward into parts of Hillsborough County, and we have some light stuff from about Venice, from about Clark Road southward into Venice, Inglewood, Manasota Beach, round in there, and then some light showers over Longboat Key, Upper Longboat Key, and into Holmes Beach and Anna Maria Island, and a smattering of showers here and there across Manatee County. Nothing really heavy, no lightning pops. So that's the good news. Now, the beneficial rains that we have had are reflected in our fire danger index. This index, which tells you how likely it is for a fire to start and how quickly it would get out of control and require some emergency response, is very sensitive to the amount of moisture in the soil and the air. And you can see the response here in Sarasota County is pretty impressive. It's gone from a very high category to a low category because of all of our recent rains, and most of the surrounding area also seeing some reduction, some significant reduction as well. And that will only get better, I think, over the course of the next several days. Wednesday into Thursday, we have an excellent chance of showers and thunderstorms, and some of those could be strong, even severe. So we'll keep an eye on that. Then turning a little bit cooler and less humid as we head into the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Traffic building right now in Manatee County around State Road 70, also 64, just east of the interstate, farther south into Sarasota County. 301 is busy heading southbound toward downtown Sarasota. Here's a live picture now of University Parkway at I-75. It is the first full day of the Diverging Diamond, a $74 million project now underway, and when you drive through there, it's a whole new traffic pattern. You'll see the cars will go from right to left. So we'll check out there with our live crew, Erica Jackson and Russ Yotis at the scene in a few seconds. Back to the maps right now. We'll check South County and see a little slowdown on 41 northbound down by Warm Mineral Springs. Well, it feels like summer here right now, but still looks like winter in parts of Colorado. This was the scene in Poudre Canyon this weekend. Some rafting guides were going to train this weekend, and despite the snow, they still went ahead with their plans.
A lot of these guys with training don't have as much river experience, so this will probably be their first time rafting in this kind of weather. We see weather changes in Colorado. We often do trips where it might be raining, might be hailing, and so, you know, a little snow doesn't scare us.
6 inches on May 18th.
Yep, we need the water.
And they got it. Still hit and miss, though. Right there, they had 6 inches. Well, cars were stranded, but other parts only saw ½ an inch in Colorado.
Meanwhile, Saturday marked record-breaking rainfall in Montgomery, Alabama, with nearly 9 inches of rain. The last record for May 20th was set in 1980 at only 2 inches. The Montgomery County Emergency Management spent Sunday morning assessing property around the area. Although there were no injuries or road closures, there were a number of people dealing with flooded yards, homes, and cars. And with that rain continuing to pour down on the southeast, a surfboard proved to be handy for one Tennessee man's dramatic rescue of his in-laws.
Yeah, they were stranded on the roof of the home during flash floods over the weekend. Jason Lamb takes us there.
It was one of those days in Portland where everything seemed to be out of place.
That was behind the house.
The trampoline was over here. My dad's truck, my mom's car, they were parked beside the house.
The day that floods turned the home of Terry and Shirley Mullins,
Granny and Papa's house, no parents allowed, yep.
into an island.
There's your water line. You see that line across the rim? That's 10 feet of water right there.
Yeah.
Their daughter Michelle and her husband Greg first heard from the two this morning.
The phone rings and my mother-in-law is telling me that her vehicles are floating away.
With waters rising, Michelle's parents had nowhere to go but up.
When they ran out of the house, he busted a hole in the ceiling so they could get on the roof.
Which led to a second problem when Greg and Michelle got there: how to get them down.
Couldn't find a boat.
Yeah, we didn't have a boat, right? We didn't have time to mess with that.
So Greg used the only thing he had with him to try the rescue: his surfboard.
Yeah, I just wanted to get them off the roof, man. That was it. By any means necessary, I wanted to get them off the roof and over there.
Towing a small John boat behind him, Greg raced over to the house and got them down.
Oh, God, thank God. Woo! He usually gets in trouble for that surfboard, but not today.
Greg put his in-laws in the boat, returning them to safety.
Thank God we come out alive on this one.
I'm thankful. I have a big, strong husband that can surf, I guess.
Everyone made it out okay, but without flood insurance.
Just like that, boom, everything boof.
They'll have to start over on their own.
Everything's gone.
And after a morning pounded by rain, wouldn't you know it?
The sun's shining. It's incredible.
But on a day where nothing seemed to be where you'd expect, a surfboard in the center of a landlocked state did just fine.
Yeah, surfboard came in handy today in Tennessee.
Sure did.
Yep.
He's got a surfboard in Tennessee.
I
He
know.
finally could use it.
Exactly. I mean, we were talking about that a second ago. Who would have thought that you would have a surfboard? But I'm glad he was able to put it to some good use.
Yeah, very good use. Yeah, saved his in-laws. Some folks might not try that.
Exactly.
More thunderstorms are expected, though, this week in Tennessee. Bad news there. Still ahead on the Good Morning Suncoast show, a deadly stabbing on a Maryland campus.
What authorities are now saying about the suspect and the possible motives, coming up next.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
With all the furniture choices you have, where do you shop? How about Bacon's Furniture and Bedding, now available in Sarasota? Treat yourself to a new Beauty Sleep Queen mattress set starting at only $399 and save up to $800 off an adjustable base with your mattress purchase. Find huge Memorial Day discounts of up to 70% off throughout our showroom with hundreds of items ready for immediate delivery. It's the Memorial Day sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding, available now in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
For your plumbing, electrical or air conditioning. And services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
A few clouds hovering over the Suncoast this morning. Might see some more rain. We had some rain this past weekend.
Yes, we certainly did. Lots of it over by my house. My car was soaking wet this morning.
No more car wash
Yes.
needed. Welcome back, 6:26 on Monday morning.
Well, the FBI is now investigating a deadly stabbing at the University of Maryland.
As Adrienne Bankert tells us, the incident may have been a hate crime.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a student behind bars for a stabbing. Now the FBI is investigating whether 22-year-old University of Maryland student Sean Christopher Urbanski committed a hate crime. Identified by witnesses and taken into custody Sunday, Urbanski is charged with the first-degree murder of Richard Collins III, a Bowie State University senior.
We've come upon information within the last 12 hours that concerns us quite a bit with regard to motive.
Investigators suspect the brutal killing was motivated by prejudice after police found Urbanski belongs to Facebook group Alt-Right Nation.
It shows extreme bias against women, Latinos, members of the Jewish faith, and especially African Americans.
And we'll have the latest on the investigation coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Adrienne Bankert, ABC News, College Park, Maryland.
Get a big screen TV starting at just $19.99 a week, all without credit, only at Rent-A-Center.
Quaker breakfast flats are crafted with these delicious ingredients and more, and baked with our wholesome Quaker oats to help keep you going. Help satisfy your morning hunger with every single bite. Quaker breakfast flats.
The fun shouldn't stop because of pain. New Aspercreme with lidocaine no mess desensitizes aggravated nerves for maximum strength, fast-acting relief with no odor. New Aspercreme with lidocaine no mess. Relieve the nerves, stop the pain.
At Panera, a salad is so much more than one thing. More than one flavor or texture or color. A good, clean salad is so much more than green. And with Panera Catering, more for your event. Panera, food as it should be.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com. SleepKing.com.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Giulia. But the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, the Diverging Diamond is now open on I-75 and University Parkway. We'll have a live report on how you can have a smoother commute this morning.
A jury will reconvene this morning to decide the future of a Bradenton man. The panel found Andres Avalos guilty in a triple murder on Saturday. Now they decide between life and death.
And the Ringling Circus has officially closed its doors. How those who knew it best here on the Suncoast are reacting. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. It is Monday. A little overcast out there right now. It could be a turbulent week weather-wise, John tells us.
Yes.
6:32 right now, May 22nd. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi, who apparently is a cedar plank salmon aficionado.
Yes, we had a wonderful time at the Oslo Men Who Cook celebration last evening and raised some good money for the Oslo Theater. It was a good fun time for everyone. We also didn't have too much in the way of rainfall as everybody kind of funneled out of that event at the Van Wezel, but certainly during the overnight we did, and some of the rainfall amounts were pretty impressive over the last 24 hours, so there could be some slippery roadways out there. Watch for that. Also, some ongoing showers now in progress across areas from about South Sarasota down through Venice, Manasota Key, Longboat Key, and also seeing some showers. Just be careful. Some of the roadways, as I mentioned, could be a little bit slick. Also, parts of 75 seeing some showery activity right now. Light stuff, no thunderstorm activity, no real driving rains, but enough to make the roads slick. Some cloud cover around will hold our temperatures down just a little bit today to the upper 80s. And as far as rain chances go, we will see some along the coast later this afternoon, but most of the rain shower chance will be focused in inland areas. And as you mentioned, the threat of severe weather looms midweek. We'll talk about that in just a few.
All right, good tease. Thank you, John. Looks like 301 southbound around State Road 70 is picking up a lot of cars and vehicles there right now. Farther south now into Sarasota County. We'll see also some buildup on 41 northbound around Bee Ridge heading toward Weber and Siesta Drive and Bay of Vista. We've got a live picture right now to show you of the Diverging Diamond as the day starts to break. It is open now, so if you're coming or going into Lakewood Ranch this morning, whole new world out there for you. And we'll have a live report in just about a minute on the situation out there. Farther south now into Sarasota County. We'll check that final map and see all clear at 6:34 on your Monday morning. Traffic is our top story. After all, some 73,000 vehicles a day will use our new Diverging Diamond.
That's right. That new interchange is expected to alleviate congestion in that area. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us now from the interchange to find out how traffic is moving this morning and if drivers think its effects will last. Erica?
Good morning. The Florida Department of Transportation opened this interchange to drivers less than 24 hours ago, and crews with FDOT are expected to be out here any minute to make sure the project is running smoothly and just check on their work. And we're going to take a look at how traffic is flowing right now. Things running pretty smoothly at the moment, but it's still pretty early. The traffic's flowing on I-75 and onto University Parkway. It took crews about 10 hours yesterday to restripe the lanes on University, align the signals, and install the new signs. It's all part of this $74 million project expected to be complete before the World Rowing Championships in September. Now drivers on University Parkway heading east will temporarily shift north, go underneath the interstate, and then shift back. And the same for the westbound. They'll drive on the opposite side of the road on the left side and then shift back. And I spoke to some drivers who travel on University Parkway on a regular basis to find out if they think this project will work for all drivers, including our temporary residents.
I know they've been working on it for a really long time. I want it to, but I guess we'll see when it happens.
But it looks to me like we're going to have some problems when the snowbirds come back because they are not going to be able to understand it, and that's when we'll see some traffic problems.
Sure, they're going to need some practice because it's counterintuitive for a lot of them, I'm sure.
And make sure to tune in to ABC 7 News at noon to find out the last and final additions that the Florida Department of Transportation has to make and some changes before this project is complete, and it's expected to be complete by the World Rowing Championships in September. Reporting live on University Parkway, I'm Erica Jackson. Ray and Jacqueline, back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Erica. After a week of trial and more than 13 hours of jury deliberation, there is a verdict in the triple murder case against Andres Avalos.
We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 1, Amber Avalos, of the indictment. The defendant is guilty of second-degree murder, a lesser-included offense. I always ask anyhow.
Avalos was found guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder for the shooting of his neighbor Denise Potter and Pastor James Tripp Battle, as you just heard, and 1 count also of second-degree in the brutal murder of his wife Amber. Defense attorneys tried to prove that he was suffering from delusional disorder when he committed those murders back in 2014, but the jury ruled against that insanity defense, and now Avalos is facing the death penalty. The next phase of the trial to determine a sentence begins in a few hours.
And with new Florida law, the jury must be unanimous in a death sentence. And it took them 13 hours for the verdict, so we'll see.
Should be an interesting day out there in the courthouse in Manatee County.
Yep, live update at noon for you. Well, it was the greatest show on earth, but now it's over. The Ringling Brothers Circus had their final show last night on Long Island.
As ABC 7's Adam Cellini tells us, those who dedicated their lives to the show watch and react right here on the Suncoast. Take a look.
Over 1,000 miles from Uniondale, New York, and a Sarasota club founded and run by the people who helped build Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, Jackie LeClaire watches something he never imagined could happen in his lifetime. The show's final performance.
It's very difficult. I try not to think about it. I hope I don't cry tonight.
Show Folks of Sarasota is a club dedicated to the long, rich history between Sarasota and the circus. LeClaire himself was raised by Ringling Brothers with 2 performer parents and a career as a clown that began in 1944.
It's like I guess having an old girlfriend or anybody that's close in your life and to lose them.
Chairman and CEO of Feld Entertainment.
The crowd letting out a few groans as Feld Entertainment CEO Kenneth Feld appeared for a prologue for the show. Feld has blamed the decision to end the circus on declining ticket sales and pressure from animal rights groups.
It's unfortunate, business-wise, they didn't have a choice, but it is very unfortunate for 1,000 people that work with the circus. They're obviously looking for jobs.
But where one door closes, another opens, like at Sailor Circus, where local teens continue to perform dazzling and daring acts passed down from Ringling alum like Dolly Jacobs and Pedro Reyes.
You say Ringling, you say Sarasota. You say Sarasota, you say Ringling, you say circus. So there's no chance of the legacy of circus ever fading in Sarasota.
And that's been the message since that shocking announcement in January, that as long as the stories and skills are passed down, the show will always go on.
The mark of the circus will always be on Sarasota, and I hope that the legacy continues for people to enjoy.
Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
As that performance ended, ringmaster Jonathan Lee Iverson spoke to the cheering crowd. He signed off by saying, quote, "Keep the circus alive inside you."
Friends and family held a fundraiser on Sunday for a Sarasota County Sheriff's deputy. Evie's Tavern on Bee Ridge sponsored the event for Kevin Blakely, who's battling stage 4 lung cancer. They have plenty of auctions on hand to raise money. We spoke with his wife and daughter at the event.
This is a tribute to how many lives he's touched along the way, and he needs help now, and this is just huge for us. It's very uplifting, and I think it's going to keep us strong for a long time.
Evie's also had a fundraiser last week for the Sarasota Police Foundation.
An update now on the Raintree wildfire in Northport that first broke out a week ago. The Florida Forest Service says that fire is now 95% contained. Crews from Florida and South Carolina are continuing that cleanup process and keeping the fire from spreading any further. That fire burned through 3,500 acres of land. Happening this morning, a ribbon cutting and new details for the first major redevelopment project in Bradenton. Parkwood Professional Center business owners and Manatee County will give details on the recent improvement to the business park. The Office Parks complex will accommodate offices for doctors, accountants, attorneys, and other professional firms. That public event is today at Parkwood Professional Center starting at 10 a.m.
Could you protect yourself during a violent crime? It's more than just locking your doors or installing a home security system. Later at 5 today, our Jess Dowdrick will share some basic self-defense techniques that you can learn to protect yourself. A self-defense expert will show us some moves anyone can learn at any point in their lives, good to have in your repertoire. Jess will show you 3 key moves you can do at home.
Everyone needs it at every stage of life. You never know. It could be that one time that you walk into your car, someone comes up behind you, and then you wish you took self-defense.
Tune in tonight at 5 for a special report. And I'd like to thank our friends from the Gulf Gate Elementary School who came to see us on Friday. We had a chance to show them our newsroom. Those 2 tall kids in the back are actually Jacqueline and me.
The older kids, of course.
And they had their shirts on. They're actually our future fledgling broadcasters. They want to be in this business.
I know. You know, who knows? They might be sitting right here in our spots in a few years.
Hopefully not too soon. And they also had a chance to heckle John Scalzi during one of his forecasts at noon.
How was that audience for you,
They
John?
were awesome. They were really great. Smart. They use a green screen in their weather forecast that they give at their school. And they also use teleprompters for their news broadcasts that they do every day. Yeah, they got it together.
I was actually asking some of them what their special uses are when they're in there, and I even asked them, do you guys want to do something like this when you get older? One was so knowledgeable on it, she even said a videographer or a photographer. So I was like, well,
Good.
you know your terms.
Can you start Saturday?
Exactly right.
That's right.
We have some developing weather situation across the peninsula of Florida, perhaps midweek, that could lead to some severe weather. We'll talk about that in a second.
Also still ahead, a former TV host says he is sorry and he wants a new job.
How Billy Bush says he's changed since the release of those infamous Access Hollywood tapes. That's next in your entertainment news.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest to support your head, neck, and shoulders, bedside power plugs, under-bed night lights, and more. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less than Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-774-8103. That's 1-800-774-8103. Call now.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder, high performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
Or shop at Goodwill.
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, we are watching kind of a humid start to the day. We have a south wind that has developed during the last 24 hours. Southeasterly now, but it'll just switch a little bit more southwesterly off Gulf waters today. We're looking at a 73-degree air temperature with a little bit of cloud cover out there caused by showers and thunderstorms back in Texas, plus a few locally grown ones as well that we had during the overnight. So a little cloudy start to the day. Dew point still warm, coming in at 68. I don't think we'll see that dew point be going down all that much today because we're going to watch that high pressure ridge kind of nudged southward. As it's nudged southward, we develop that southwesterly wind flow that brings in the humidity off Gulf waters, keeps us in the warm, moist flow. That due to a frontal boundary which will be trying to advance into the state of Florida, but won't make it. It puts on the brakes and kind of stalls out, bringing some really kind of rough weather to parts of the deep south. A little bit later on today, we'll watch the Atlanta airport start to cloud up, and maybe as we head into tonight and into tomorrow, we'll start to see some thunderstorms begin to build. Another frontal boundary back to the west will approach, and that could bring us some afternoon thunderstorms and the potential for some severe weather as we head into Wednesday. For today, I think our afternoon thunderstorms focused mostly inland will be certainly non-severe, but the direction of the movement will be toward the other coast. We had some stronger storms during the overnight, most of the stuff lifting north. We don't have a whole lot of heavy rainfall across the region right now, except one storm lifting northward as well. We'll probably see some stronger storms inland today, but non-severe. Then as we head into the next several days, we'll watch all of the shower and thunderstorm back to the west begin to move into our area, so that by the time we hit Wednesday, we'll have about a 15% chance, at least that's the current thinking, of some strong storms moving southward across the peninsula. That could bring us a chance of some gusty winds and maybe an isolated tornado or two. That rain chance at 70% on Wednesday, then clearing and turning drier. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Let's take a look at traffic this morning for your morning commute. It looks like State Road 70 heading east towards I-75, seeing a little bit of congestion. Also, 41 and Cortez Road at that intersection, seeing some increase in traffic throughout South Bradenton. Downtown Bradenton looking good as we head into Sarasota County. Looks like a little bit of congestion really on Clark Road is all you're going to really see. And also the diverging diamond. Keep a reminder that that is open and running this morning, people making their morning commute with a little bit more change than what they are used to. As you can see, that is open. We will continue to keep you updated on that story as throughout the morning and throughout our newscast as we take a look back into our maps in South County. Pretty quiet throughout that area on your morning commute. Looks like the Suncoast looking good this Monday. In this hour's Health Smart, a new health warning for those who love to use social media.
Anyone you know?
I knew you were going to say that.
Any names? Well, a report says social media to the extreme can make you feel inadequate. The worst, they say, is Instagram. Researchers say the popular photo site causes young people to seek unrealistic goals of perfection. They also criticized Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. The study concludes moderation when it comes to social media and other things as well.
I knew you were going to say something about me and my social media use, but I'm trying to do it to let other people know about what's going on here in the newscast.
You are very busy during the newscast with social media. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Helping our viewers. Entertainment news, former TV host Billy Bush says he wants a new job.
This coming 7 months after he was fired following the release of the infamous 2005 Access Hollywood tapes with then businessman, now President Trump. In an interview with a Hollywood Reporter, Bush says he has done a lot of soul searching since those tapes surfaced and says he wishes he would have changed the subject. You'll recall the audio of Trump and Bush riding on a bus when the two began discussing Trump's attempts to seduce women. Bush laughed and egged Trump on, and he was suspended, then fired from NBC less than 2 weeks later. President Trump apologized for the comments and dismissed the conversation as, quote, locker room banter.
Still to come, a billionaire pays the highest price ever at auction for a painting by an American artist.
Coming up, we'll show you what painting now holds the coveted title.
I love big bling for little ching. That's why I only wear Spectralite diamonds from Created Gems. Or I wear nothing at all.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
Is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wannabe Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or get more legroom and maximum comfort with a new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Created Gems, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Well, here it is. If you use University Parkway in and out of Lakewood Ranch, you're going to weave and dodge the new Diverging Diamond, opened today, a $74 million project.
Yeah, Erica Jackson, one of our reporters, is out there live, and she's wanting to know what some of the comments that you guys have about that. So if you go to our Facebook page, we'd love to hear some information about your thoughts on that Diverging Diamond project as it continues to be unveiled this Monday morning. Well, let's take a look at some of the top Suncoast stories that we're following for you today.
A jury will reconvene this morning in downtown Bradenton and decide between life and death for Andres Avalos. It took the jury 13 hours to reach a verdict on Saturday in the triple murder involving his wife, her friend, and her pastor.
And the Raintree wildfire in Northport that first broke out a week ago is now 95% contained. Crews from Florida and South Carolina are continuing their cleanup process. That fire burned through 3,500 acres of land.
End of an era, the final Ringling show last night in Long Island. Feld Entertainment says circuses are now a money loser.
Taking a look at traffic this morning, 301 heading southbound, seeing a little bit of congestion in Manatee County. Other than that, looking pretty quiet throughout Manatee County, and a little bit of slowdown on 41 heading south. Really the biggest issues in Sarasota County. Also that Diverging Diamond opening up at I-75 and University Parkway. As we head into South County, pretty quiet on your morning commute. John?
Well, things are winding down here in terms of shower activity during the morning hours, but by afternoon, we'll probably see a shower or two along the coast. But then everything shifts inland, and that's where the focus of showers will be today. today and tomorrow. On Wednesday into Thursday, we'll watch for a developing possibility of severe weather across Florida. Everybody gets a chance of rain, and some of that rain could be heavy.
Thank you, John. A Japanese billionaire paid the highest price ever at auction for a painting by an American artist. The painting is by Jean-Michel Basquiat. Sounds like he's not American. It sold for $110.5 million. That tops the $105 million paid 4 years ago for an Andy Warhol painting. Only 10 other works have sold for more than $100 million ever. The last time the Basquiat painting, or a Basquiat painting, sold for that much was back in 1984, and it sold for $19,000. So his paintings are doing better.
Right.
Wow.
What'd you think?
It's like wine. It's very subjective.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. There you go.
I'd say so.
Not sold, are you?
Wouldn't hang it in my house, but, you know, then again, it's like you say, it's what makes horse races.
Enjoy your Monday, folks.